I think that when you look at the South, and in the third chapter, I make the argument that mumble rap is Southern, and there is where I start to explain the subjugation of mumble rap. The following chapter, I further explain the subjugation of mumble rap when I examine masculinity. But in that third chapter is where I really try to demonstrate for readers that mumble rap is Southern, and that if you are someone who doesn't dig Southern hip hop, you don't care for it, you don't like it, or you only care for a particular kind of Southern hip hop, then yeah, it might stand to reason that you would engage mumble rap in a way that's like, ew. But for me, I was able to show, and what are the 6 regions I look at? I start, obviously, as you pointed out, with Atlanta, because I call Atlanta the mumble rap capital of the world, because so many mumble rappers and their DJs and producers are either from Atlanta, its outskirts, or have lived there for a really long time, like DJ Drama. But then I also examine Virginia, South Florida, the Mid-South, Louisiana, and Houston. And what I do in those chapters, Atlanta, I look at more than one artist. I look at a little bit at Migos, Thug, Gunna a little bit, Lil Baby. In Virginia, I focus on Stay Solid Rocky and SoFlo. I focus on Kodak Black, but I also make mention of XXXTentacion, Ski Mask from South Florida, the Mid-South, Ray Swimmer, Louisiana, Young Boy, and Houston, Travis Scott. And what I do is I show the ways that all of those artists, including many of the DJs and producers, have made discursive claims to the South. Vis-a-vis, simply saying I'm from, Mississippi, and also through hairstyles, clothes, album covers, lyrics, features. And that, again, is where the attention to the discursive, or me situating the work in the discursive space, it was really beautiful because it allowed me to be, again, expansive. So like I'd show, for example, how Young Boy's album cover is an almost photocopy of Juvenile's, to show, like, look at these guys, they're trying to tell you I'm Southern, and I think the reason you don't like them is because of that. To go, just to put a pin in my part of responding to this and see if you have any follow-up, or if you want to go to the next question, the conditions of possibility. What makes mumble rap possible, right? People say, oh, it's so weird. Oh, God, it's not. They just do this weird stuff. Part of me attending to the South was to also show that they have been enabled to do that. They have been encouraged to do that by very strange, but also familiar hip-hop artists like Pharrell Williams, Missy Elliott, Outkast. When I'm showing, when I'm talking about these weird videos that these young guys have created, I point to weird videos that we've gotten from people like Missy Elliott, where she's taking her head off of her body and setting it over there. When you grow up like that, it shouldn't shock anyone that Young Thug, Gunna, and Lil Baby have this big snake slithering around, the Chanel Go Get It video. You don't even know why it's there. You don't know what it's for. And at the end of the video, the snake bites off Lil Baby's head, and that's the end of the video. See, when you grow up in a world where people are doing these fantastic, strange things, you can come into hip hop and take it to another level that's reflective of your experiences as well. So that's why the conditions of possibility were important for me to focus on, because I needed to redirect people's attention back to the South so that I could hopefully make mumble rappers make more sense. Even if people don't like it, I don't care if people like it. I don't need them to listen to Lil Baby if they think of him as a mumble rapper. I don't care. But I need them to not say that he is not real hip hop, or that Thug is not real hip hop, unless they're attending to the conditions of possibility that made a Young Thug possible. And it's people like Andre 3000.